Right, so back on November the 28th, if you go back through my playlist not too long ago, I did an entire video talking about, you want to be in here? Okay, honey. Talking about what's going to be happening in June of 23. Now, if you are in the farming community, so that was back in November of 22. And so I will attach it here. I'll put it pinned or somewhere, so that you can go back and get the full shakedown and the details of everything that we talked about. In the farming and homesteading community, particularly farming community, we've known that this was coming for, well, almost a year. I mean, it's been in the works, and we were getting warnings from our farm supplier and all of these things last summer about all the things that were going to become. Basically, you can only get them through a prescription written by a veterinarian. Okay, so they're not necessarily illegal as far as you having them or you've been giving them, but you have to go through a veterinarian in order to do so. So I'm going to attach my video, and you'll see I have all the information, okay? But here is where the breakdown is coming from. So this is supposed to hit here in 3 months in June of 23, and it is a lot of items that we particularly have and use very commonly, or have very commonly used on our farm or homestead. Most people that don't have a farm or a homestead, even if you have a flock of chickens or maybe even rabbits, most of these items you may never use for the most part. But if you get into livestock particularly, these are going to be items that are very critical, okay? Especially if you have goats and cows, if you are a milkmaid, if you have dairy animals, this particularly is going to be hitting us hard. But the thing that I want to note is if you go over the list, it's a full list of different antibiotics and those types of medications, such as your oxytetracycline, okay? That's one of the examples. If you have ever had a cow with mastitis, you know that you have to put in things like today and tomorrow. That goes up into the udder. It's an antibiotic. So it's sulfa medications as well, penicillin, things like that. So there's a full list, like I said. The thing that is not on the list, I've even in my mind, I was like, what are the odds that I'll make this video and I'm wrong? If I'm wrong on this, you can correct me because it's something that I need to know. But I have gone back over my video. I've gone back over the list. I've Googled like crazy this afternoon, and I even called my farm suppliers, the folks that we get all of our feed from, that have taken care of us for years, and I said, is ivermectin on this list? And they said, not that we're aware of. And they're the ones that have been putting us in the know for a long time. They'll even say, I want to let you know, that right there, that right there, that right there, by June, we can no longer sell it to you. You're going to have to go through your veterinarian in order to get it. Ivermectin is not an antibiotic. It is an antiparasitic drug, and if you want to call it that, it's an antiparasitic. So it's not in the same ballpark as, like I just said, this or penicillin. So I just want to clarify that because there's already, some concern about this. Now, here's what I want to say, and I'm repeating myself to a sense in what I told you in November. Number one, I will attach the list, I will attach the article, I'll attach the previous video. You can Google this and get an entire list. If there's something there that you think that you need, if there's something there that you use, yes, you need to be grabbing it and putting it in your medicine pantry, okay? That's a no-brainer. But the thing that I also really hit upon in my video back in November is the fact that you need to be, if you have a farm, you have anything beyond a goldfish, and you really especially need a traveling vet, for example, like we do, then the important thing for you to be doing right now is to make sure that you're finding this person now. You need to be establishing this relationship now. You do not need to be waiting until your cow is down in the field. How do I know all about this? And you're scrambling to find a veterinarian. Have those relationships now, okay? So you need to be doing your research, making phone calls, calling around, see who and what services your area, or if you can even, it may be a situation where you just take the animal yourself, but you need to be establishing this relationship immediately, because you're going to have an emergency, and by George, one of us out here or there or everywhere is going to have that one thing that's on this list, and you don't think you need it, and by George, by July or August, something's going to happen, and you're going to say, I need penicillin. Well, guess what? In order to get that penicillin, if you don't already have it, you're going to have to go through a vet in order to do it. Now, I'm going to take up for my vets here, because my vet, we have talked to him extensively about this whole situation. I even talked about this back in my November 28th video. He is hardcore against what is happening. He said that it's ridiculous, and he has said that it's going to make life super hard for veterinarians. They are already rather, especially in our case, if they are a traveling vet, they are rather fewer and farther between than they used to be. And so therefore, it's just putting more pressure on them to do more things that they don't feel is necessary. So make sure you understand, if this upsets you, where this should be directed, okay? So don't go after your local vet, because he's not the one necessarily making these decisions or a part of that, especially ours. He is not for it. So I just want to clarify. Now, if you find information somewhere and you see that this list has somehow been extended beyond what I've seen, what I'm telling you, all of those situations, please let me know. I want to know, because this is very important here on my farm. And if there's anything that's been added additionally to the original list, I haven't seen it. I may have missed it, but I don't think so. It's concentrating more, like I said, on specific antibiotics and antibiotic style medications, okay? And it's really critical for us farmers and homesteaders that have large livestock to have these, in our medicine pantry. So you have 3 months. And the longer you wait, the tighter it's going to get. And you may have a hard time finding some of these things, because you know as well as I do, human nature is people wait till the last minute. That's why we started telling you, and we made a video back in right after Thanksgiving to give you a heads up so that you can start planning as quickly as possible for June of 23. So get busy, and stay prepared. Guys, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us here at Appalachia's Homestead. A lot of videos coming up. I will tell you tomorrow, which is Friday, March the 3rd, horrible weather is going to be coming through. So if you are anywhere in the path of these storms, we're supposed to get 80-mile-per-hour winds, tornadic activity. So I'm going to try to get this video up tonight, both of these videos up, because I doubt I'll be uploading anything tomorrow. It's going to be so busy. So stay super safe. Get ahead of the curve. That's what we're doing tonight. And like I said before I close, if you're hearing anything about anything like this, please let me know. But at this time, I'm not seeing it. And I wanted to ease some of your fears in terms of that, and to clarify the difference in these drugs and basically what's been stated on the list. We appreciate you. Y'all stay safe out there. Like, subscribe, and share. And guys, we'll see you on the next video.